Hi guys, so welcome to another episode. My name's Simon. If you're new to the channel, I talk about electric cars, electric unicycles, skateboards, anything electric really. Welcome along. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back and thanks very much for your subscription. If you don't subscribe, it might be an opportunity for you to click that subscribe button and maybe click the bell for any notifications of me uploading videos. So this week I'm going to talk about why I like driving an EV, why the EV electric car is right for me. I didn't think it would be. I've been driving an electric car for about 1.5 years now. I drive a BMW i3 with approximately 120 mile range, and before I bought it I was skeptical, like probably a lot of people. I drove a Qashqai ice diesel car. I had some issues with that and needed to get rid of it. I wasn't looking for a electric car, but and I tested loads. I tested, like, you know, a Leaf, Ioniq, various other electric cars, and I just didn't think they really fitted me and the lifestyle and the driving that I did and things like that. And I took the BMW i3 out and I really liked the car itself. It drove great, the performance was brilliant. It had a 120 mile range, which I was starting to think, and started to obviously watch other YouTube channels and videos and saying, would it really work? Now, when I bought my car, it's kind of a bit of a leap of faith. I bought the car and then sorted out the charging afterwards. I don't have access to home charging. I rely on completely public charging. So it was a bit of a gamble. So why do I now really like driving an EV? Well, there's a few reasons, and let's go through some of those reasons. The first one is cost savings, and you'd thought I'd said environmental, and we'll come back to that. But the cost savings alone has been great. So the car cost me per month about the same as my Qashqai did in terms of a loan. So that hasn't cost me anymore. I pay 0 road tax. So again, that's a saving that I don't have I think it was around 170, 180 pounds a year on the Qashqai. So that's money saving. And I was spending approximately 250, 260 pounds on diesel a month. I now, and I will do this in another video, I on average spend about 30 to 40 pounds on electric a month. And that's fully public and work charging. There, I generally use the Polar network and my new motion card for work. It's around 10 to 11p, or the new charges that they've currently introduced. So that'll only go up by maybe another £5 a month. And then I use Instavolt and some of the other charging companies that charge a little bit more, like Ingenie, which are 30, 35p. But on general, my savings is over £200 on fuel and about 20 or 30 pounds on tax. So money savings alone is worth it, and that's one of the reasons. The other reason is environmental. I got to the point where my kid was growing up. I was looking at things of how I could be more environmentally friendly. An electric car suited that lifestyle as well as everything else, and just decided that that was the way that I wanted to go. So the environmental benefits alone as well, and there'll be people out there saying, oh, you drive an electric car, so do you know where the batteries come from, and the batteries don't last and they'll end up in landfill. It's not true, clearly. They don't end up in landfills. They get recycled for other usage like home storage and things. So there's plenty of videos out there to explain all that technical details, but all the myths you hear are completely untrue. So that was the other thing. The third thing is, it's incredibly fun to drive EVs. Now, if you're a petrol head, I wasn't overly a petrol head, but I liked cars. Yes, you don't have the roaring engine of, say, a V6 or, you know, something like that, but the instant torque you get of pulling away is incredible, and it's a lot of fun to drive. So, you know, if you enjoy driving, I was starting to a point where I didn't really enjoy driving anymore. Yes, my car wasn't particularly exciting, but I just didn't really like driving anymore. Since getting an EV, I've started to enjoy driving even more than I did before. It's the other reasons as well are, you know, it's more of a peaceful, quiet drive. It's more relaxing. You know, it's the only car that you kind of, you brake and you get energy back. So, you know, if you have a nice car, you fill up the petrol, and as you use it, guess what? It doesn't come back. With an electric car, you get regen on your braking, and you actually make more electricity. Example is, if I have 100 miles starting at the M25, and I go around 20 odd miles around the M25 in a rush hour, I actually end up with approximately the same amount of miles left in the battery when I get around the other side, because of the regen and the stop starting. So there's so many benefits. The safety features on the i3 and other EV cars are far superior to a lot of ICE cars, and they're just generally, in my opinion, better cars to drive. Anyway, that's my opinions. That's why I like driving an EV. Hopefully there's lots of you out there that do drive EVs, and if you don't, then maybe check out some of my other videos, and you know, maybe you'll find the one that fits you. Maybe the i3 is the right fit for you. First things first, if you are looking for an electric car or a new car, look at how many miles you do realistically a week first. Then look at the car ranges and the prices. That's always a good starting point. And if you've got off-road parking like a driveway and you can put a charger in, it's a no-brainer. It really is. Anyway, that's this week's video. Hope you enjoyed that. If you did, please like, subscribe, check out my Patreon page, and until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again very soon. Bye bye.